What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Crucible. My name is Nick, and today we are taking a look at the last week of national championship results from around the world. We've had 264 points for Classic Constructed Heroes and 8 for Blitz. Here you can see our tracking table from the last weekend. And as we get to this week's of Blitz results, we can see that there's been not that much change, as there's been only 4 Blitz PTIs, with Ira taking down one of them and Chain taking down 3 different PTI events. Now, again, we're not really here for Blitz. The changes this season are not that important, so let's just jump right into Classic Constructed with our Week 3 results from the various countries. Belgium was taken down by Lexi. Bulgaria with a Bravo. Canada by Lexi. Cyprus, we've had Viserai up on the board. The Czech Republic with Icelander. Greece, Azuri. Hong Kong, another Lexi. Hungary, another Lexi. Luxembourg, an Icelander took it down. The Netherlands, we have a Bolton taking down 40 points. And then finally another Lexi for Spain. There's also been a couple of PTIs for Classic Constructed. Katsu taking down 1 and Azuri another. So the table itself for Classic Constructed shows a very, very clear picture about the dominance of Lexi this competitive season. The first couple of weeks, Lexi gathered 40% of the points available during those weekends, but for the last week, 64% of the points have been gained by her. Lexi has the overwhelming majority of points this week, winning nearly all 40-point events. And the other noteworthy thing is that Viserai gets on the board with his win in Cyprus. No heroes can attain Living Legend status at this point during the season other than Briar, so we will have to wait for post-Bright Lights to see how that plays out. The last couple of events that we have before the next banned and suspended announcement is a couple of Battleharn events in Florence and Portland that will be awarding 60 points for Blitz. They are Team Blitz events, so we are assuming that 30 points will be awarded to the 3 winning heroes from each event, and then 4 Classic Constructed points through the PTI events taking place at those Battleharns. As we take a look at the overall data, we can see that the only heroes not represented in any top 8 or top 4 were Arachne and Riptide. So hopefully with some new cards, maybe from the expansion slot in Bright Lights, or even down the line, we can see them gaining a little bit of a footing in the format. Overall, the only heroes that have not won any national events were Arachne, Azalea, Phi, Levia, Prism, Riptide, and Vincent, which most of those heroes are just a tick away from being viable. That's why they're not taking that much of a spotlight. Lexi, again, had an insane representation, both overall, but also for the top 8 itself. She has made 22% of all top 8 heroes, and 28% of all top 4 heroes, and overall winning 40% of national events, which is just a lot. Now, the banned and suspended announcement is happening on the 19th of September. Bright Lights itself is coming out on the 6th of October. There are no Living Legend points being awarded between these 2 dates. That means that any opportunity for any other heroes to rotate are basically gone for this point. We will have to wait for the ProQuest season, where both Lexi and potentially Icelander could get enough points to realistically rotate. The Bright Lights release will need to majorly shake things up. Otherwise, we will be in a very similar format to this one for the next couple of months. Now, a few quick details about the ProQuest season. It's going to be starting on the 14th of October and going all the way to the 5th of November, though that first week is reserved to Australia to play around the calling that's going to be happening there simultaneously, or again, I guess at that first week of the season. In total, as of the recording of this video, there are 234 ProQuests that are going to be classic constructed. That means 468 points are going to be awarded from ProQuests during the season. Overall, we have a bunch of events happening simultaneously during the ProQuest season. We have Battle-Hardened Tokyo, Toulouse, Milwaukee, Rio de Janeiro, the Calling Taipei, and then we begin with the first week of ProQuests, then the Calling in Dallas, then Battle-Hardened Warsaw, Kuala Lumpur, then St. Louis, the Calling in Melbourne, Battle-Hardened Vancouver, and then the final week of ProQuests ending the 5th of November with the final Battle-Hardened in Pittsburgh, rounding out the season before the World Championship, with then 4 more Battle-Hardens following that. Now, the interesting bit about all of this is that we are assuming that there will be a ban and suspended announcement after the ProQuest season, which in total looks to be awarding close to 840 points prior to the World Championship. So it's very likely that at least Lexi will be rotating if things are left unchanged after the ban and suspended announcement on the 19th of September. Regardless, we'll have to wait and see what happens with potential bans and the rotation of Rosetta Thorn and the release of Bright Lights. There's a lot of levers moving about and a lot of variables that we can't really account for right now as far as what the format's going to look like come the World Championship. But it is an interesting thing to keep our eyes on. Now, thank you guys for watching this series, and in the meantime, we're going to be taking a look at some gameplay and new types of videos. I hope you guys have enjoyed this series. We are going to be picking it back up closer to the World Championship, and I'll see you guys very, very soon on the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.